Hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Board Game Hero. Today we're going to play Lasting Tales demo rules, but this time I'm going to play my custom made adventure, and that adventure is called Troublesome Merchant. I'm playing on Tabletop Simulator. I downloaded everything just in the workshop. We have a Pringles Dice Tower here, which I really like, and we have an editable Lasting Tales character sheet here. As you can see, you can change that. So this one I made on my own, but using a character sheet template here that you can edit. So that is really nice. Then I put some pieces of the adventure here for quick references. And we have some miniatures. So before we get to the setup, I'm gonna run you through the adventure that I made. Troublesome Merchant. An old merchant you met along the road asked you to escort him to a settlement in exchange of gold. It is out of your way, but still, you took the job. You need every gold you can get. It took you a whole day, but alas, you've arrived. The merchant tells you to wait at the village gate while he fetches the payment. An hour passed until he came back, but instead of bringing back a sack of gold, he brought a group of hired mercenaries. He points at you and shouts, "There!" then runs away. The mercenaries started moving towards you. Find the merchant and get your payment. Alright, so this adventure is limited to 6 rounds, and the setup is 3 by 2. This represents the village and follow the setup shown at the right. So this is the setup illustration or guideline. So I divide the map into 4 columns and 3 rows. So here's what I did. Then on column 4, which is this one, column 4, place 2 walls with a gap in the middle to represent the village wall, these two, and a gate, a 6 inches wide gate. Then place a village scenery piece that depicts a house, shelter, establishment. In column 1, in row 1, row 2, and row 3, all facing east towards the gate. Then in column 2, you do it on row 1 and row 3 only, facing south, and the row 3 facing north. Lastly, in column 3, put it in row 1 facing south and row 3 facing north. And you will have this. As you can see on my play area, we have it all set up like that. Place a token on each of these scenery pieces representing a lead. So these tokens here represents leads because you are going to find the merchant. He is hiding in this village. So you place scattered terrains as normal. I place a statue here in the middle, and outside just horse. And the board is too small for scattered terrain, so I didn't add that much. But you're free to do so. Then you deploy each adversary unit that starts the game in play to the center of column 2, row 2, which is this one. Column 2, row 2, put it put them here in the middle. Right. Finally, the party deploys within 6 inches of the eastern edge of the map, which is this one, the eastern edge, and this is 6 inches. So you deploy within 6 inches of that. Then, yep, we go to the next page. Here are the adversaries. The exact units vary depending on the size of the party. Please note that these are just customized version of the ones in the demo rules, which are the Skeleton Warriors, Janras, and Banshee. These are not official adversary stats, and I have not done extensive playtesting on this one. So yeah, so I have Mercenary Thug 3 for 2 players or 2 heroes. Then in the reserve, we have 3 dogs and the Mercenary Crossbowman. I will show you the stats of these later. Then we have some extra miniatures. For this adventure, you will also require some Town Guard and a Merchant miniature. So here are the special rules. We have a lot of special rules, but we will start with the leads, of course. So you search the village for him and interrogate the mercenaries to give up the location of the merchant. There are 2 ways to gain lead tokens: interrogate or search. Interrogate. Whenever the party defeats a mercenary thug or a mercenary crossbowman adversary within 6 inches of their range, they may test with strength to perform an interrogation. If you pass that strength test, the party gains 1 lead token. You will see the importance of the lead tokens later on. Now, the effect of this one, the interrogation, is that the interrogated model does not go to the graveyard and instead placed in the reserve because you interrogated them. Then search. A hero without an enemy within 3 inches of them and in contact with a scenery piece marked by a lead token may interact with the scenery piece to roll 2d6 and add 1 to the result for each lead token in their possession. Here's the importance of the lead token, so you will find easier the more lead token you have. So on a roll of 12 plus, you pass and you found the troublesome merchant. And then you will check the section later on for the merchant found. But if you fail, the lead token is removed from the board and placed in the player's possession. So if you fail, the next time you try will be easier for you because the lead token is added to your supply. Now, the final lead. When all lead tokens from the scenery pieces are removed, the merchant is automatically found. Next, we have the merchant found. When you find the merchant, you will put the model in play, a treasure chest, and you may choose one from this one. You can negotiate with him, intimidate him, or attack him. So if you negotiate with him, you test your intellect. The difficulty depends on the number of your lead tokens. If you have 0 to 3 lead tokens, meaning you found him early in the game, it will be simple for you. But if you find him late in the game, it will be hard to negotiate with him. And then if you pass, the game ends in victory. If you are playing a campaign, there is a reward section, so there will be rewards. But for a one shot, this is one way to win or to end the game. If you fail, you receive a D3 damage, meaning he stabs you or whatever, and move the merchant 6 inches towards the nearest friendly model and activate. Then we have intimidate, so you can intimidate him using strength. This one, if you find him early, he is more confident, so it's hard for you to intimidate him. But if you find him late in the game, it will be simple, or if you have interrogated more of his men, it will be simple for you to intimidate him. Now, if you pass, the game ends in victory. But if you fail, the merchant moves 6 inches towards the nearest friendly model, and all mercenary thug and crossbowmen activate immediately. So this is risky, the intimidation. Lastly, you may perform an attack as a free action against the merchant. But if you failed on a critical failure, the merchant escapes immediately and the game ends in defeat. Yeah, so these two can win you the game immediately, while this attack can lead to your defeat immediately. During the game, if ever the merchant is removed, the game ends in victory, meaning once you kill the merchant, you win. There is a part here for the defeated merchant. I'll read that later. But for spawning, same as in the demo rules, no spawning in the first round. Beginning in the event phase of round 2, that's the time people or models will spawn. Then, you roll 2 d3 separately for each adversary unit. The first d3 is the column. You refer to the map on this one. And the second d3 is the row. And you deploy the adversary in contact with the scenery piece, the entrance, or the door if possible, so that it shows that they are coming out of the houses. And if an adversary ever spawns on a portion of the map without a scenery piece, this is the column 2 row 2 and column 3 row 3. These are the empty spaces here. You just deploy them 3 inches off the gate, meaning they came from the gate, from this one, from outside. Lastly, town guards are always spawned within 3 inches of the gate. Right, so what are town guards? Town guards are treated as enemy models to both the party and any adversary. They can attack dogs, they can attack mercenaries, they can also target heroes, whichever is the closest to them. And then at the end of each round, starting from round 1, of course, at the end of each round, place one town guard model to the reserve to a maximum of 5 models. So they are coming into the reserve. That represents they are walking towards the area. The merchant escapes. At the end of round 6, remove the merchant from the board. The town guard successfully defused the situation and merchant disappeared into the crowd. You lose the game. Merchant is defeated. If the merchant is removed from the board as a casualty, the game immediately ends in victory. If playing as part of a campaign, gain a reward from the reward section. Right. So reward. The reward depends on the conditions of your victory. So when you negotiate, you get this is the less reward because it's negotiation. Intimidate, you get the full reward. The merchant is defeated. This is you get the full reward from him and you also loot his body. So that's why you get more from this one. So when you negotiate, you gain 1d6 gold, and then you roll on the potions and scrolls table twice, and you only choose one to gain and add to your inventory. So the other one will go to the merchant as usual because you negotiated with him. Then when you intimidate, you gain 2d6 gold and a potion or scroll. And then lastly, if you defeat the merchant, gain 2d6 gold and 2 potion or scroll. And remember, he has a treasure chest on the map. So if you do negotiate or intimidate, you won't be able to open the treasure chest because it is the game is already over. Then if you decide to attack him, you can open the treasure chest. That is in addition to your reward if you get gold from that one. Right, so adventure event table. As usual, we do a roll at the end of every, or at the start of every event phase. These are the events that I came up with. Let's go through the adversaries. So we have the dog. Dogs are 2 health, they are animals, small, low stats. These are just copies of the giant rats. Mercenary Thug. So these are just skeleton warriors in the demo rules. It has 3 health, but I customized it to add some. I think I added the resistance here and it removed the armor. I gave them a special ability called Guardian. So when a friendly figure within 3 inches of this model is attacked, add 1 to their armor value. So they are protecting each other, especially the merchant. If we have 3 mercenary thugs next to each other, if you attack 1, their armor value is 2. Next is we have the crossbowman. So this is 4 health. I copied this from the Banshee. We have 1 resistance, 1 armor, 4 health, 3 range here. Then the spawn is 6 plus. And I added extra strikes here so it attacks twice. But it has a slow to reload because it has to reload the crossbow. And it has a precision as well. So you roll the critical die alongside this model's attack. If it is a critical, you apply the bleed condition. So this is a strong enemy. Next, the town guard. So these are the zombies from the demo rules. So it's human, health of 3, speed 3. They are slow because they are cautiously approaching the situation or the area. Their special is fearsome. Of course, they should be. Everyone should be afraid of them. Troublesome merchant. When you find the merchant, it has 5 health. I copied this from the necromancer. Um, it has a resistance of 1, speed of 4. Yeah, so special coward. When the merchant activates and it is engaged, it attacks and then it moves away, running if needed towards as many closest friendly models as possible. Then the special ability, this should not be guardian. The merchant must activate before any other adversary when activated. Roll a d6 and consult the table below. So when you roll 1 or 2, surge of confidence, the merchant gains immunity to shaken, staggered, and exposed this round. If you roll 3 or 4, all mercenary will move towards the merchant this round after their activation. 5. I'll pay double. All mercenary thug and crossbow adversaries within 6 inches of the merchant gain 1 extra strike until the end of the round. Lastly, 6. Makeshift shield. The merchant gains an armor bonus of 2 until the start of their next activation. I guess that's all covered, the adversary. So I got everything here, and we are going to be using a dwarf fighter, and an elf wizard. I guess we can begin. Okay, so that was a lot of talking. Let's begin. Let's roll for initiative for the wizard, the elf wizard. So she has 4, and for our fighter dwarf, we have, okay, 10. Why am I getting doubles? Let's use these 3. Okay, so this is the first player marker, the 3. Her abilities are, she has 2 cantrips, which doesn't cost any power, and she has a magic dart here, which you can boost up to 2. What do we want to do here? We want to try to investigate this house. So I'm going to move towards that. Our dwarf's movement is 5, right? So I'm going to move 5 inches. So let's see, I'm going to move 5 inches towards this, but we are not going to reach the stone house. yeah, I'm going to run anyway. D3 plus 2. So this is our run. D3. So we have 2 inches plus 2. So 4 more inches to move. So we can move a total of 9 inches. So 7 inches, I have 2 more. Here, I'm going to hide. Yeah, somewhere there. Right, so that is the movement of our, that is actually the action of our dwarf fighter. He is adjacent to this stone house, so he's searching for the mercenary or for the merchant. Now for our wizard, she's going to move how much? 6. So she's going to move 6 inches towards here. I should have not started her at the back. She cannot see anyone at the moment, obstructed, except for this guy. Let's see if I can see this guy. I mean, I can reach that guy. 12 inches. 11, exactly 12. I guess we can say that one. 12. Oh no, it's 13. I cannot see. It needs 1 more inch to be able to see that guy. So I'm just going to run to this location. I can do 2d3 and plus, no, just 2d3. I can move 5 more spaces, 5 inches. That is not adjacent. Let me see. Yeah, it's not. I need 1.5 more inches. So I'm not adjacent to that area yet. And I already used my action. I cannot attack anyone. I'm not long range. Now I miss the ranger. Let's roll for the unexpected event. If we roll a 1 here, we have an unexpected event. And we did not roll 1. So let's move them one by one. Remember, there's not gonna be spawning at the first round. So, oh, by the way, I don't have a round tracker here, so let's add that one. This is for the round. So this is the first round, a limit of 6, remember. They're going to attack. The mercenary thug's movement speed is 6 and a run of d6. So this guy is actually going to move. Which one is nearer? So it's 12. This is 11.1. And this is, yeah, 12. So it's going to move towards our wizard. It's going to move 6 inches. And it's not going to reach, so it's going to run d6. 4 more inches. 1, 2, 3, and 4. It's adjacent. Right, so it's adjacent. Oh, what's going on? Right. So it's going to attack our, oh my god. Why did he do that? It's going to attack our elf. The attack value is the melee range. Melee value is 2. Our elf is 3, so it's just a normal difficulty. And yeah, let's do that. There's no critical value here. So 7, 8, 9. It's a failure. Next. 11, and this is 12. So our dwarf is 12 and you are 12.5. So he is nearer the dwarf, so he's going to move 6 inches towards the dwarf. And of course, he's going to run another d6. 5 more inches. So he's going to reach. Don't think so. Okay, go there. 5 is not adjacent, so that's it. Of course, this is going to be near the dwarf, so it's going to move 6 inches, and of course it's going to run our friendly unit. Oh, 6 and 6, that's 12 units, 12 movements. So this is the 6 inches. Don't come on, my god. And I think he can move 4 here and 2 inches towards our dwarf. Alright, so he is adjacent to our dwarf, and he's going to attack our dwarf fighter. But the good thing about our dwarf fighter is it's a fighter, so the melee is 4, and it's going to be difficult for the mercenary because they're attacking with less melee stat, so it's 2. So this mercenary needs 12 to hit our dwarf fighter. It has 8, 9, 10, so it fails the attack. And that's it. We're not going to do spawning at this round, but at the end of the round, it says to add a town guard in the reserve. So we have a town guard here. Heroes recover, we don't do any recover because we didn't spend our power, so it's not going to replenish. We can start our next round. It's round 2 of 6 already. Right, for round 2, the initiative passes to our elf wizard, and what she's going to do is she cannot move towards this location because it has an enemy within 3 inches of her, so she cannot interact that area. So what she's going to do is she's going to attack. So we need to disengage from this guy first. I'm going to move. Now there's no such thing as opportunity attack in this game. So I'm going to move here 3 inches and another 3. Alright, so that's a 6-inch movement. I'm going to attack this with the power. I'm still within 6 inches of the mercenary attack, so I can interrogate him when he is defeated. So I'm going to cast magic dart. I'm going to use 1 power for that, and let's do a intelligence test or intellect test with a critical die for mastery. Ooh, ooh, I rolled a 5. This is a mastery if I succeed. So 5 plus 4, that is 9. We need 10. I believe we need 10 to succeed. So we failed, but I want to use our fate token to reroll this one. So I have 9 plus 4 is going to be 13, and I passed that intellect test. So this hits. We will do our D3 plus 1 damage. I can boost it up to 2. I'm going to boost it by 1. So I'm going to roll 2d3 plus 1 damage, right? So I'm going to roll 2d3 for the damage of the magic dart. There are no mercenary tags within 3 inches of this guy, so there's no armor bonus. And we do 5 plus 1, so we do 6 damage. And the mercenary tag has, oh, this is outdated. Resistance of 1, but the 0 armor. So we minus 1 our damage. So we deal 5 damage to him, and he has 3 health, and he is gone. However, he's not going to be killed because we're going to interrogate that guy using our strength test. We have 3 strength here, and I hope we pass this. If we don't, it goes back to the reserve space. Ooh, Yes, we passed our strength test. Obviously, this is 11 already. Plus 3, that's 14. So we passed our strength test. We interrogated the mercenary and he told us something. And that something is represented by this token. So we have another lead token. But this mercenary will be in reserve instead of graveyard. Still the turn of the wizard. My last remaining action, I already did my movement. So my action would be to, yeah, I can hide, but it will be gone when I move next time. So yeah, instead of wasting my action, I'm going to hide. So I am now hidden condition, right? So our wizard is hidden, and that's it. That's her turn. Next, our dwarf fighter cannot do anything here, cannot search, so he's just gonna face these enemies and attack. He's already adjacent to this guy, so he's going to attack this. Normal attack. His ability is signature weapon gains 2 when attacking. Weapon. Mark gains +2 melee for the duration of the attack. But he doesn't need to add that because he has a 4 melee stat while the Thug has 2. So this is going to be a simple attack, simple difficulty. So I need only 8 to hit. Oh my gosh. I only need 8. So I rolled 3 +4, that's a failure. I'm going to use my fate token. I don't want to waste an action because we only have 6 rounds. Right, so that is 10 but not a critical. So that is a hit. So we are going to roll our damage. Our hand weapons damage is D6. So let's do a damage roll here. 4 damage. This guy has a mercenary tag within 3 inches of him. So he gains 1 armor value. He has a resistance of 1 and he's going to roll 1 die for the defense because of the guardian ability. So 1, and that is a failure. He needs 5 or 6. So our damage of 4, he blocks 1. The damage is 3 and he is going to be defeated. But instead of killing him, I'm going to interrogate him. I'm going to strength test. I have 3. So I need to pass this test for interrogation. Come on. I need 10. 7 plus 3, that's 10. I successfully interrogated this mercenary. He gave us valuable information, so we gain a lead token. We now have 2 lead tokens to help us in finding our merchant. Ooh, there are a lot of figures in the reserve. Let's see what happens in the spawning phase. So that is just an attack action. I can even move back here so that I'm not 3 inches away from this guy and I can search this area, but I would be stuck here. I have to move around. Alright, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to just move away from this guy 3 inches because this guy can see until here. So I'm just going to move here. So that is not 3 inches. That is 3 inches away from this guy, so I can search this location without him interrupting us. I'm now looking through the window of this house searching for the merchant. So let's see if we can find him. I have to roll 2d6 and I'm going to add my lead tokens, which I have 2 here. So let's see. I hope we succeed. On a roll of 12, we find the mercenary or the merchant. Let's go. 5 plus 5 and plus 2. We found the merchant. So the merchant comes out. So the dwarf found the merchant in this house hiding and he pulls him out of the window here. So I can place him according to the rules adjacent to me. I'm going to place him here so that I can trap him. But we are now adjacent to one another. And the rule says if you find the merchant, you can either negotiate with him. I will test my intelligence. And since I only have 2 lead tokens, test would be simple. So if I want to end the game now, I can negotiate with him. But if we fail our intellect test, our negotiation, we will receive a damage and it will move 6 inches away from us. We can also do intimidate, but it's going to be a hard difficulty because he's still confident. For the sake of, it's still 2 rounds, and let's say I'm playing a campaign, I want the good rewards. I'm going to perform an attack instead. Free attack. Yeah, I have a melee of 4 and he has a melee of 2. This is going to be an easy task, simple test. So I need 8. Oh no. Okay, so I have 6 here plus 4. That's 10. I passed. I'm going to do d6 damage. Oh, by the way, I forgot. I'm going to put a treasure token 3 inches away from him. Right, treasure chest here. There. Right, I'm going to damage him. Okay, I do 2 damage to him. He's not protected by the mercenary tag. Let's see his armor. Okay, so he has a resistance of 1. We did not critically fail there. If we critically fail there, he will escape and the game is over. So I do 1 damage to him. Okay. Now that is my attack, my movement, and action. The turn goes to the event phase. Unexpected event. Okay, we did not roll anything here. So there's no unexpected event. Next, let's activate them. Our merchant activates first according to his stats here. So we roll d6 for his bonus activation. That's a 4. And 4 means protect me. All mercenary tug and adversary or crossbow will move towards the merchant this round after their activation. It says here coward. When the merchant activates and it is engaged, it attacks. So it's engaged here. It will attack. He has a melee of 2, so he needs 12 for this attack to succeed. Let's see. Okay, so 7, 8, 9. It did not succeed. Now it will move away. It will run as well. Its run is d6 towards closest friendly figure. So it's going to move 4 inches first. It's going to move 2 inches here and then 2 inches more there. Then it's going to run d6. Oh wow, maximum. So it's going to run 3 inches more. But there is a wizard there that he cannot see anyway because it's hidden. It's going to move 3 more, 3 and 3 here behind the tug. Right. Okay, now it's running away, this coward merchant. So all these tokens is useless now. These lead tokens because we already found the merchant. But let's keep it there. Alright, so that's the merchant's activation. This tug, it will move towards us 3 inches and attack. It needs 12. 5, 6, 7, that's a fail. And after that, it will move towards the merchant. No need for that. It just moves closest. They are protecting the merchant now. That ends the adversary action or activation. Next, we spawn now. We have a lot to spawn here. Let's spawn the crossbow first. It spawns on 6 plus. Crossbow, it doesn't spawn. How about the dog? We have 3 dogs. 5 plus for the dogs. 1. Okay, 1 dog spawn. The third one. Okay, so only 1 dog spawns and it spawns where? So this is the column and this is the row. So column 3, row 1. It spawns here, the dog. Oh no! Oh. Stand up, stand up. So it spawns here at the door. We have 2 tag to spawn. They spawn on 5 plus. 2 dice for them. Okay, one of them spawns. So this is the column. column 2, row 2. Column 2, row 2, that means here. But instead of that, we will spawn them 3 inches within the gate. There. Lastly, the town guard. Let's see, the town guard spawns on 5 plus. Okay, it spawns, and town guard always spawns on the gate, within 3 inches of the gates. Remember, the town guard attacks the thug and the heroes because they're trying to defuse the situation, and that's how they want to do it. Right, we add another town guard at the end of the round here and continue to the next round. Heroes recover first. The power will recover 1. Round 3. I could end that immediately there, but I want to show you the stuff of this adventure, so I decided to attack the merchant. But if I did not attack, I try to negotiate and I succeed, the game ends immediately. This is the next round. The first player will be our dwarven fighter here. Um, I'm going to open this treasure because I'm greedy. Yes, I am. So here I won't be adjacent to this guy, but I'm going to open this. That's what's important. That's a treasure chest anyway. Open the treasure chest, leaving myself open to this attack. But that's okay. We are a dwarf fighter. We have 8 health and 4 melee value, so that's okay. So we open this. We use an interact action to open the treasure chest, and we will roll 2d6 here on the table. Okay, so we have 4, 4, that's 8. We gain 1d6 gold plus a potion. Okay, so 1d6 gold first. Oh, wow, 6 gold. And let's take that here. 6 gold and potion. So here in the potion scroll, let's see what we get. 4 and 3, that's 7. Potion of battle. This model gains the extra strikes plus 1 until the start of its next activation. Put here potion of extra strike 1 until next activation. I got it inventory, but I haven't used it yet. It's in my inventory, right? Then remove the treasure chest. So that is my move and action. I'm going to face this guy. And that ends the dwarf's turn. Next, our wizard, which is hidden the moment, has a dog. This town guard will take care of the dog. They will fight one another, so I don't have to worry about that. You know what? Let's kill the merchant. I should have taken the agility test to hide. I forgot to do that one. Let's do it now. Let's do the agility test now, and if we fail, that means we are not hidden. So I have 4 agility anyway. So I have to make a roll of 10 here. Plus 4. 4 plus 6, that's 10. So I'm hidden. I'm hidden. I passed that agility test. So who can see our elf? The dog can see our elf friend. This guard and the thug can see her. Alright. She's going to move 6 inches here. We go. She's not going to run. She's going to use magic dart on our merchant there. 12 inches away. Yep. Alright. So she's going to attack our merchant using 1 power and also going to boost that later. So let's see our int test. Let's put some critical there. So that's 6 plus int of 4. So that's 10. I passed. I'm going to boost that by 1. So I'm going to roll 2d3 damage. So that's 4 damage. And our merchant has a resistance of 1. And he's being protected by the mercenary. So he will roll 1 armor bonus. So he Right, 4 damage, and that armor bonus did not block anything. So 4 damage minus 1 because of the resistance. We deal 3 damage to our merchant friend. He's down to 1 health. So we need to kill this merchant next turn. Right, so that's movement and attack. Not gonna do any action anymore. So that ends our turn. Right, let's do unexpected event. Oh, there's an unexpected event. What could it be? A 2. 2 means town guards arrive. All town guard units in the reserve are immediately spawned within 3 inches of the gate. We have 1 town guard here. Since we already know this is 3 inches, I'm thinking if I can spawn it here, but that would make things easier for me. So I don't want that. I'm going to randomize. Sige. I'm going to randomize. 1, 2, 3 is here. 4, 5, 6 is here. That's where he spawns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right. 1, 2, 3 is here on the other side. Good. That's random. I didn't decide for that. Okay. So they have arrived, diffusing the situation. It's their activation now. The merchant activates first. It's not engaged to an enemy model, so it's not going to attack, but it's going to move towards an area closest to as many thugs possible. So it's going to move towards this one here. So it's being protected by 2 thugs now. And sorry, before doing that, we had to roll d6 for his activation. 1. What is 1? Mercenary, Troublesome Merchant. 1 is Surge of Confidence. He is immune. I have to remember that. So the merchant activates moves here. Then let's activate alternate. So we do a thug and the town guard. So we did the merchant, we do the town guard. This guy, the closest one is the mercenary thug, so he will just attack against the mercenary thug with a melee of 2. And he has a melee of 2, so he needs 10. So that's 4. It's not going to hit. And next, this mercenary will attack the town guard. He also needs 10 to hit. Whoa! That's not counted. This is already 2. So that is 5 plus 2, 7. Did not hit. No hit, no hit. Next is this town guard will hit this mercenary thug. 4 plus 2 is 6. Again, it's not a hit. Then let's activate this guy. I'm nearer to him. He will move towards me. Yep, he is exactly 3 inches away. So he's still protected. He's going to attack me. I'm going to roll 2. He needs 12 because I have 4 melee. That's 6 plus 2, it's 8. That's a failure. Lastly, oh, we have the dog. I forgot about the dog. The dog activate movement of 6. It moves towards, who's the closest? Yeah, it's the closest is this one, the town guard. So 6 inches. Yep. He's going to attack the town guard, the dog. So the dog will attack. It will also roll the critical die. Right, it rolled 10. So that's a hit against the town guard with a melee of 2. The damage is 1d3. Right, 3 damage against the town guard. The town guard has 1 resistance, so the town guard receives 2 damage. Alright, they all activated yet. Our merchant friend here has 1 health left. And I think he's going to die next round. But first, let's do spawning. Let's spawn crossbow and mercenary thug. So 6 and 5 and then the dogs. So we need 6 for the crossbow. 6. Alright, this is for the mercenary thug. How many we have there? 1. It doesn't spawn. And lastly, we have the dog. We have how many dogs? 2 dogs. It needs 5. Okay, 1 dog spawns. Alright, only one dog spawns. This is the column. This is the row. Column 2, row 1. This one here. Alright, merchant has 1 health left. Let's try and kill that guy. Alright, who goes first? Recover first. Recovery phase. Let's recover 1 power. Our wizard friend here goes first. She's going to attack our merchant friend here, of course. I forgot to add a town guard to the reserve. There we go. It's round 4. And I'm going to attack our merchant friend here using our magic dart. Let's do an int roll with a critical die. Let's go 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, that's a success. I'm going to do 1d3 damage plus 1. Come on. D3 damage. Yes! 4 total damage. Now the merchant has 1 resistance and it is within 2 mercenary thugs, so that he rolls 2 armor. Oh no, he blocks 1 more. So he blocks 2 damage from our 4 damage. He receives 2 damage. And since he has 1 health left, he's dead. What's that sound? Alright. And that deals 1 more damage to our merchant and he's dead. We gain, according to the rules here, merchant is defeated. The merchant is removed. If the merchant is removed from the board as casualty, the game ends immediately. In victory, if playing as part of a campaign, gain a reward. Since, let's say I'm playing a campaign, let's go to the reward section. Reward. So we did not win through negotiation, intimidation. We won through the attack. So we gain 2d6 gold and 2 potion or scroll that we can keep in your inventory. So we will roll 2d6 for this one. We gain 6 gold. Payment is due. So we took our own payment from his own pocket because he refused to pay us. Poor merchant. Never ever cross this gang. Anyway, next we will roll on this table for the potion and scroll on page 34. Right here. We gain 2 of this. We gain 9. That's a potion of healing and potion of battle. Healing, potion of battle. Right. And that's it. That is our Troublesome Merchant Adventure of Lasting Tales. I hope you enjoyed that. It may be a little bit a simple adventure, since the demo rules purpose is just to show you the basics of the game. I guess this counts as that one. Very simple to play, and I also added an adversary that is both enemy to the heroes and the enemy model. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this playthrough. This is playthrough of Lasting Tales demo rules. Remember, the Kickstarter campaign is live. You can back together with Fantasy Series 2. I don't work for them. They don't pay me for this. I just love what they are doing here with Lasting Tales. Is RPG light, and I really want this. So yeah, thank you for watching. This is the Board Game Hero. See you again next time.